You're listening to the Options Insider Radio Network. For more quality options programs, visit www.theoptionsinsider.com or search for Options Insider Radio Network in your podcast provider of choice. Listeners can also access all of our programming through our mobile app, available in iTunes and on Google Play.
The options market can be a confusing place. Sorting through the daily avalanche of data, alerts, updates, articles, and analysis to find the most important information is an overwhelming prospect. But now you have help. Welcome to the Options News Rundown, the only program that breaks through the noise to bring you the most important news and information from the world of options. Every day we bring you the top 5 option stories curated by the options experts at theoptionsinsider.com, the premier source for free options information. The Options News Rundown is brought to you by Market Taker Mentoring, the leader in option trader education. Get trader education, daily trade ideas, and more with a free 1-week trial of Market Taker Mentoring's live Advantage group coaching class by visiting markettaker.com/insider. And now it's time to break through the noise. It's time for your Options News Rundown.
Good morning. Today is Monday, July 30th, 2018. This is your Options News Rundown. I'm Dan Passarelli. Our first story today is from investing.com. It's the top 5 things to know in the market on Monday. First thing to know is the dollar dips at the start of a busy week for central banks data. The US dollar was a shade lower against its peers as market participants awaited key central bank meetings this week that could set the near-term course for currencies. Central banks in focus include the Bank of Japan, which ends a 2-day meeting on Tuesday, and the Federal Reserve, which concludes its policy meeting Wednesday. The Bank of England also makes a policy decision on Thursday. There's a gusher of economic reports in the coming week as the calendar rolls to August from July with data on U.S. inflation and payrolls in the spotlight. Second thing to know today is it's another big week of earnings. More than 140 companies listed on the S&P 500 are set to report corporate results in what will be the last big week of the second quarter earnings season. Monday sees Caterpillar, Lowe's, Lumen Brands, Booz Allen Hamilton, Diamond Offshore, and Seagate Technology. The third thing to know today is U.S. stock futures pointed to a lower open. The U.S. stock futures look set to kick off the week on a downbeat note, with the major indices on track to open with modest losses as investors focused on the latest batch of corporate earnings. The fourth thing to know today is oil prices edge higher. In commodity markets, oil prices edged higher with U.S. benchmark WTI outperforming thanks to recent upbeat news on the U.S. economy, but gains were limited as the fallout from trade tensions weighed on the markets. U.S. crude jumped 81 cents or 1.2% to $69.50 a barrel, while Brent, the global benchmark, tacked on 45 cents or 0.6% to $75.21. And the fifth thing to know today is Trump threatens government shutdown. U.S. President Donald Trump called on Congress to enact sweeping immigration reform, including a border wall, and threatened a federal government shutdown if Democrats refuse to back his proposals. In a series of early Sunday morning posts on Twitter, the president lambasted Congress over immigration reform. He then threatened to shut down the government if Congress didn't move U.S. law based on merit. Trump has threatened to shut down several times since taking office in a bid to get immigration priorities in congressional spending bills, especially funding for a wall along the southern U.S. border. Trump has asked for $25 billion to build the wall. Our second story today comes by way of investing.com. Bitcoin inches down but still holds momentum above 8,000. Bitcoin was down slightly Monday, but still held above 8,000 despite news of an exchange-traded fund being rejected by U.S. regulators last week. Bitcoin was trading at 81.48, falling 0.2% on the Bitfinex exchange as of 8:13 a.m. Eastern. The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission said Thursday that it would not approve an ETF proposed by Tyler and Cameron Winklevoss because it would not be protected from manipulation. The digital coin rose above 8,000 last week amid rumors that the ETF would be approved, jumping almost 40% in July. The price of Bitcoin held after the news despite the rejection. Cryptocurrencies overall were flat. The coin market cap of total market capitalization was $294 billion at the time of writing, not far from its peak of $299 billion on Sunday. Our third story today is from CNBC.com. Harley-Davidson CEO rolls out expanded lineup of smaller bikes in an international push for growth. Harley-Davidson CEO Matt Levatich on Monday rolled out an aggressive More Roads to Harley growth plan that includes an expanded lineup of lighter motorcycles, smaller urban retail stores, a new digital strategy, and an international push as U.S. sales fall. The Wisconsin-based company said it is launching by 2020, the year 2020, a new platform of 500cc to 1250cc middleweight bikes and an even smaller bike for emerging markets in Asia. We're going to be doubling down on existing products. We're going to invest in an all-new middleweight platform, which is a modular chassis, and a very core engine technology to go in 3 dramatically different spaces: adventure touring, custom, and street fighter, Levatich said in a wide-ranging interview with CNBC's Morgan Brennan. He also touched on politics and trade and Harley's investment in overseas facilities that have drawn criticism from President Donald Trump. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is news you can use for today, July 30th, 2018, your Options News Rundown. I'm Dan Passarelli, Trade Smart, and have a great day.
Thank you for listening to the Options News Rundown. To learn more about these stories or any other developments from the world of options, visit www.theoptionsinsider.com, the premier source for free options information. The Options News Rundown is brought to you by Market Taker Mentoring, the leader in option trader education. Get trader education, daily trade ideas, and more with a free 1-week trial of Market Taker Mentoring's live Advantage group coaching class by visiting markettaker.com/insider.
The preceding program was a production of the Options Insider Radio Network. For more quality options programs, visit www.theoptionsinsider.com or search for Options Insider Radio Network in your podcast provider of choice. Listeners can also access all of our programming through our mobile app, available in iTunes and on Google Play. Don't forget to follow along with your favorite programs and submit your own questions for the hosts at twitter.com/options, facebook.com/theoptionsinsider, or via questions@theoptionsinsider.com.